Hi, and welcome to the What the Gurus podcast for February the 4th, 2021. And today we're going to be talking about the effects of the next winter storm, Winter Storm Peggy. And we're also going to be talking about some other current local and regional world weather news. But let's start off here in the Midwest. This is where the Peggy is making its greatest impact right now. Chicago through Indianapolis over towards Cleveland and all points in Michigan and the upper peninsula of Michigan is experiencing snowfall right now, but it's only about 1 to 3 inches maximum snowfall for the snowbelt areas up here in the upper Midwest, along with Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and all points north of there. We can see moderate to heavy snow falling from Gary, Indiana, east of Chicago, into South Bend, and into the lower part of southwest Michigan, the typical snow belts here. This snow will be departing that area, moving towards Cleveland, Ohio, and Erie, Pennsylvania. They will be on tap to receive another 1 to 3 inches of snow in addition to what they already have. But what's really going to be the story going into the next few days here, the weekend, is going to be the bitter cold temperatures that are going to be coming behind us. This backdoor front, this Alberta Clipper Peggy moves down. It's going to bring in some severely cold wind chills. We're talking wind chills 30 to 40 below in Minneapolis, and in National Falls 40 to 50 below. And in Iowa, this cold air is going to sink all the way further south and get all the way into Oklahoma City and Dallas, Texas, where they could have wind chills in the 20s and teens come Saturday morning and Sunday morning as well. So be prepared for that if you're going to be making some travel plans in the central part of the country. That's where the cold air is going to be confined, but it's even going to be colder down south too. In Florida, temperatures for the Super Bowl weekend that's coming up in America and Tampa, Florida, are going to be in the 60s and 70s, and that's a little cool for them. They'll be about 5 degrees below average on the average there. So just something to keep in mind. But back to Peggy here. We want to switch gears here and show you the snowfall forecast, anticipated snowfall we have on the ground right now during the last 24 hours according to the National Weather Service. And as you can see, we have about maybe 2 inches on the ground right now, 3 inches. Now this is in addition to the that was already on the ground from Winter Storm Helene. Some places in northeast Pennsylvania, Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, and some places up in the Tuckhill Plateau of New York are still digging out from Orleans, where they received over 3 foot of snow in northern New Jersey, and also in the Berkshires of Connecticut and Massachusetts, just about 60 miles to the west of Boston, Massachusetts, on the Massachusetts Turnpike. So that's what the snow is. And also we have a heavy snowfall in the Rockies. There's still a decent pack out there. They picked up about 12 to 14 inches additional snowfall in Vail and Breckenridge and some of the Park Valley, Utah, and some of the former well-known ski resorts out there as well. And so that's the current snowpack that we have on the ground right now. And remember now, we're still in the brunt of winter time in the northern hemisphere and the contiguous United States. And so that's going to bring snow. It's not unusual during this time. It's just a welcome back to winter. And other news today, there was a 40 vehicle pileup during blizzard shuts down Iowa Interstate. Interstate 80 going through Des Moines, Iowa, and all points east in the cornfields. They had a 40 vehicle pileup. They had blizzard conditions. Winds were gusting over 35 miles an hour for 3 hours straight. Temperatures were in the 20s. Snow was coming down at a heavy clip thanks to Winter Storm Peggy, and they have a 40 vehicle pileup on Interstate 80 in Des Moines, Iowa. That's still going on right now. There was some fatalities, lots of injuries. People were taken to the local hospitals there to Des Moines. Iowa State Troopers said they don't know when the road is going to open up again. Lots of semi-trucks involved in this one. At least 20 to 30 semi-trucks, tractor trailers, lorries were involved in this, along with passenger vehicles. And so our thoughts and prayers are with them during this time. The blizzard conditions, the criteria is anything over 3 hours with winds gusting to 40 miles an hour and temperatures colder than 20, along with snowfall rates of 1 to 2 inches an hour. That's a blizzard condition. You can have that, and it can shut down the road instantly and make things a very dangerous skating. You got cars in the median, cars all over the place, tractor sliding underneath tractor trailers. It can be a very dangerous situation very quickly there. And so we pray for speedy recovery. We pray that the road will open up, as Interstate 80 is a major highway in the United States that runs through there just to the west of Chicago, through Iowa, all the way back to California and all the way east as it makes its way back through Indiana, Ohio, and Pennsylvania Turnpike. So it's a major thoroughway through the east-west expressway in the United States, upper tier of the United States. And so we hope that they get it back open soon and that everybody can be safe and sound. So the Arctic push is coming in this weekend. The Southwest looks absolutely fabulous right now. Phoenix at 74 degrees and sunny. Los Angeles 67 and sunny. San Francisco 56 and sunny. Seattle a little bit of rain as another system comes in, but shouldn't be as much mountain snow in the Cascades and down into the Bitterroots as we had before. And so they're going to get a little break from that. And of course the Southeast, Atlanta and Tampa look absolutely fabulous. Miami 70 degrees and sunny. And so we're just about 6 or 7 weeks away from springtime, meteorological spring, but we're still in the heart of winter. So I encourage you to continue to eat well. As you know, we're in the middle of a pandemic, so eat healthy. Continue to get soups and get your fluids in, your water. Stay hydrated as the lower relative humidity comes in, as this cold temperatures come in. Another thing that people forget about during these Arctic air blasts that comes into the upper Midwest, and down into the lower South Valley and Mid-Atlantic is that the relative humidity goes down into 20%, 10%, 5%, and it's super cold, so you get this dry air, is that you get dehydrated quickly while being indoors. So continue to sip those fluids, whether it's tea, coffee, water, especially Gatorade. Get those fluids in and make sure your family's staying well hydrated. If they can't get outdoors to play in the snow or do things after work and school, make sure that they're staying well hydrated. That's very crucial during the winter months. And of course, make sure your house is well ventilated with a humidifier or a dehumidifier as needed, depending on the room that you're in and what you're trying to do. So just remember that as well. This is another weather tip. But elsewhere across the country, things are looking good. Hawaii's looking good. Also, we have conditions looking good in Puerto Rico. It's clear. No worries there, according to the interactive map here. But we're going to take one look at it. Just going to see one look at the radar satellite composite here. And I can be giving more information here. So we have Winter Storm Peggy moving. We also have some snow up in Montana and the Bitterroots and the chain there, around Helena and Billings. The snow coming through there. Hawaii, the front has moved through you. The cold front has moved through, producing a lot of showers and thunderstorms. But that has expired. The wind warning has expired. Snow was in the mountains of the Big Island up there, so that was a very treat to see. And down in the Caribbean, everything looks absolutely fabulous. A few showers to the east of the British Virgin Islands, down to Tortola and down towards Saba and St. Eustatius and St. Croix. A few showers and thunderstorms there, some squally weather there. So be on the lookout there if you have any friends with any shipping or boating interests out there. And just to the east of Fajardo, Puerto Rico, and Vieques and Culebra Islands, there are some strong thunderstorms going through that passage there just to the east. But everywhere looks good. Down south, the Lesser Antilles, from St. Lucia down to Grenada. And into South America, things look very good too. There is a few storms around the Intertropical Convergence Zone through south of Venezuela and Guyana. And they're heading into Brazil and southern Brazil, just to the north of Manaus, Brazil, and the mouth of the Amazon River. But other than that, that's the only squally weather that we have to report in the northern and southern hemisphere. And the tropics are quiet. And Canada looks pretty quiet. There is a few snow showers just into the Halifax and Nova Scotia parish around Fredericton. They'll put down another 4 to 5 inches up there for our friends in Canada. Thank you for joining me once again on this Weather Guru update. And be sure to hit that subscribe button and tell all your friends for the latest, pure, unadulterated weather news in the United States and sometimes beyond, international. And we'll be sure to get back with you soon. This is the Weather Guru signing off for today.